What's up, guys? I have returned from my self-imposed hiatus to inform you that GameSpot is full of shit. Now, I know that may be shocking. You know, everybody assumed they were one of the best out there. I'm just kidding. They're crap. Everybody knows they're crap. But this time they kind of went too far. They gave Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, the new game from Retro Studios, creators of Metroid Prime and Donkey Kong Country Returns, they gave it a 6 out of 10. Now, for a lot of you out there that follow movies or something, 6 out of 10 seems average. Doesn't seem too bad. But in the world of games, the scale really starts at 7. And 7 is just pure shit, okay? 8 is okay, 9 is good, 10 is alright, basically. That's the scale in terms of video games. So you have to look at it in terms of the video game scale, not the movie scale. And 6 out of 10 is just worse than cancer. That's what it is in terms of the video game world. But it didn't even begin as a 6. It began as a 5. And they changed it to a 6, presumably out of backlash, because they knew they couldn't back it up. And that right there just shows me that the review is bullshit. If they can change the score so willingly because of backlash, they obviously didn't really believe in it, and they're just doing it to get clicks from people. They're clickbaiting. Now, I read some of the review. I couldn't read all of it. This writer is just so stupid. I mean, he compares this game to Rayman Legends and Super Mario 3D World and says this is a step back in terms of those games. But we've seen the videos of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and I can't think of a single level in Super Mario 3D World that is more inventive, or at least not too much more inventive than what I've seen in just the videos of this game. And Donkey Kong Country Returns is a game that's not as good, and it had just as many inventive levels, I think, as Super Mario 3D World. So I can tell this review is just shit. What's worse than that, though, is his main complaints about this game is the difficulty. He is terrible at games. He hates games that have challenge. So, he's obviously going to hate a Donkey Kong Country game in this day and age. Donkey Kong Country is known for being hard as shit. So why are you reviewing a game that you know is going to be hard as shit and you don't like those type of games? Alright? Being hard is not a negative. It's not. One of the complaints he has is there's harsh checkpoints during boss battles. Where were you during the NES era? There's no checkpoints during boss battles in the NES era. In terms of what I'm reading, it looks like there is some checkpoints in this game. So are you immediately calling every NES game bad for not having checkpoints? I don't know, guys. There's a plethora of reviews out there that are positive about this game and that give it its fair shake, Unfortunately, there's a lot of reviews like this one that just complain about the difficulty. These pussy-ass new gamers that really don't know how to play a game. And they rate it so low because they can't beat it. Or they have a bias against challenging games because they've been conditioned with Call of Duty and all these new first-person shooters that really don't require any thinking or any skill. And they just hate these new games that call back to the NES era or the SNES era. They shouldn't be reviewing these games. It's fine if they don't like a challenge, if they don't like these type of games. That's absolutely their prerogative. They don't have to like these games. But they should not review them because they inherently don't like them. So of course they're going to give it a low score. If I were to review Call of Duty, and I hate first-person shooters, I would give it a 5 or something like that because it's not for me. But I would never review Call of Duty because I know I don't like it. I know I hate it. I have preconceived notions going into it. Okay? If I'm a Metroid fan, a diehard Metroid fan that has so much hate for Retro Studios because they're doing a Donkey Kong game, I'm not going to review Donkey Kong. Okay? I'm not. That would be so biased, everybody could tell. And everybody can tell that this review is biased, and other reviews are biased. I'm not just going to single out GameSpot. There's plenty of reviews on Metacritic about this game that just read like fanboy drivel, or just people that don't like this type of game and that shouldn't be reviewing it. It's okay if you want a Metroid Prime, by the way, but you shouldn't bash Retro for doing what they want to do. And you certainly shouldn't rate a game lowly just because it's not what you wanted. Anyway, that's it for this video. I know it's not thought out. It's just really a rant. But hopefully next time we'll have something more substantial to talk about. Anyway.